Hi, this is Siddharth Venkatraman. Welcome to LinkedIn Masterclass Module 3, Session 2. So, we've been looking at a very interesting topic, which is LinkedIn profile optimization. And in the last session, we had seen some of the components, and now we will continue that journey. And I hope you had already done the activity which was prescribed at the end of the last module. And in case you've not done it, again, I'm sorry for being repetitive, but it's in a structured way that we've put together this course. So I would suggest that you complete that and then come into the next module. So now, just a small recap of the various components on our profile, okay, which we saw in the last session. So when we look at our profile, we have the unique URL, the display picture, the descriptive headline, followed by the header picture, the summary, the featured section, the activity log, which is all the work which you do, then the work experience, which captures all your current and past work experiences, professional experiences, recommendations, skills, and endorsements, then the contact us section, the networking and connections, and then messaging. In addition to this, we have the certification listing, education qualification, and accomplishments. And as we already seen, the first two lines are more to do with those components are more to do with generation of traffic and to attract people. The next two layers are more to do with building trust and credibility by showcasing your accomplishments and getting other people to really talk about you. And then the next one is about call to action, where people are able to connect with you and then you start generating opportunities. So, in the last module, we had seen how to structure your own unique URL, the importance of having a clear display picture, the background picture, and having a powerful headline, which is what people see when you land up on search. So today what we're going to look at next is the summary. The next important thing which we are going to look at is the summary section. So when we actually get onto somebody's profile, as the screenshot shows, you will be able to see a section where you can get people can get to know about you. So as I said, someone has found you on search. They looked at your headline and then they decided that they looked at your headline and the display picture and they came into your profile. Then they saw this header image and they said, okay, this person is into such and such a thing. The next one they want to do is they want to know a bit more about you. Okay. And obviously you have a lot of work experience and other things below. But then this is more than going through in detail. They want a crisp information about you. uh, so now the biggest challenge, or I would say the biggest mistake a lot of people do in terms of crafting a summary is either they don't fill it up properly at all, or they just put some keywords over there without a story. Okay, just some keywords over there saying account management or finance or all kinds of stuff. Okay, saying social media, digital marketing, brand. Okay, so neither should that be done. And the other common mistake is they just recap everything which they've listed in their work experience below over here as well, when this is meant to do a different purpose. Okay, and there are a variety of ways in which you can construct your summary, but I am going to now take you through a very, very simple structure, but a very effective structure, which will help you actually uh, make a summary which will be a killer. Okay, it will just become a lead magnet for you. Okay, so that's what I'm going to look at right now. So basically what we will be doing is the summary can be structured into four components. Okay. Not technically, what I'm saying here is in terms of the content structure, you can structure it into four uh, paragraphs. So the first one you need to start is who you are. Okay. And here when I say who you are, it's not about all these things saying that I'm from this place, I have done that, this is my education qualification. No, again it's about the value you're going to add. So I'm giving you an example over here. So a consultant who helps transform manufacturing through energy efficient solution. Okay, a designer who connects technical challenges to cutting edge solution. Okay, so these are examples. So if I take about myself, I'm saying I'm an award winning marketing leader, author, digital marketer, and coach, helping organization in transformation of customer experience. So that's about who you are. Okay, The next one is about what do you do. So what do you do to achieve the commitment which you've given in your first line? Okay. So suppose it's about a consultant who's helping manufacturing through energy efficient solutions, or a designer. How are they doing it? Leading a team of engineers to ensure site has a zero downtime. Manage a cross-functional team to ensure customer gets service done on time. Okay. And for me, I'm saying I help via transformation of sales and marketing functions in both B2B and B2C environments through effective change management and by putting up measurable processes. Okay, so that's the differentiator. Okay, why does your work matter? So I can say that I'm doing all these things, but then there needs to be something which tells the prospect, or a prospective employer, or if it's going to be a consulting assignment, my client, or if it's I'm working in an organization, I'm trying to get sales done, my prospective customer, they should understand why do I do all these things in a very measurable term. So for example, I'm saying that I've consistently bootstrapped and change managed marketing programs in multiple organizations to deliver 15 to 25% growth in sales funnel. That's what I'm doing. Okay. So, or people can say that I help in improving productivity of employees, or I help uh, increase profitability. I help uh, bringing down cost. It could be anything. Okay. Or it could be that I deliver a change in the way the organization culture is there. Okay. It could be anything, but it must be measurable. Okay. Or it could be something which they can relate to, or more closer to their pain points. The next one is about your contribution and impact, which is much more than this. Okay. For example, diversity, inclusion, mentoring youngsters, coaching people, building high performance teams. So, for example, in my case, I'm a career coach mentoring young professionals to increase their performance and create an identity for themselves in wherever they are working. So this is something beyond my actual marketing core, right? So this is the way you need to really structure your summary. Okay, I'm going to go now to my live profile and show you my summary for you to get a better understanding of the whole thing. So if I come here, I say that I'm an award-winning marketer, author, digital growth hacker. So people come to know here, who am I? Okay. Then I say in my experience of 15 plus years, I worked with a variety of organizations, different forms, okay, large organizations, startups, small companies. So this gives them an idea that I have a very, very diverse background and I work with multiple industries. So I get to understand things better. These are all my specialities. And then I say I'm a career coach mentoring young professionals to increase their performance and create an identity for themselves. And then I add on some other facets of my experience, which is I am an author, I'm an artist, I'm an actor. So I'm trying to bring this multifaceted thing into it. Okay. And then I'm telling why they should. This is a simple line on what differentiates me, which is I'm a blend of creative and analytical thinking. And as a marketer, I bring in both analytical thinking and a very creative oriented approach, which makes effective solutions. And then I'm trying to capture some awards and some major achievements relevant to whatever I've claimed over here. So this is the importance of the summary. It immediately, so when someone reads this, they say, okay, now let me further go down and look at Siddharth's other experiences in detail. Okay, so this needs to be that pull factor for them to go further down into your uh, profile. So now, when I look at this, so now we have looked at the way we construct this. Now we will look at some other types of ways in which people construct their summary. My recommendation is first to start off, please use this formula which I've given. See how it works. And the other very important thing which I want to mention is within the summary, you need to include the keywords for which you want people to find you. Okay. So I've used sales. So if you look at my profile, I would have used a digital marketing, growth hacking, coach, marketing, sales. I've used sales funnel, lead generation. I've used keywords cleverly woven into my summary. It doesn't stand out separately, but it's woven into my story because this is a very, very important element which is being used by LinkedIn for ranking your profile. So It should be a combination of the story and your keywords. Okay. Now there are other types of storylines. Okay. It could be I feel your pain summary. Okay. So here in this, what they're doing is they're trying to you construct a summary such that you are directly telling your prospective client or your prospective customer that I understand your pain and I have the solution for it. That's the approach you take in this. The story summary is more in terms of writing your entire experience as a story, saying that I started over here. And again, it's like a story. It cannot be a summary of your work experience. It needs to be having a storyline which says, I worked in these variety of places, and this is what I've learned, and this is what I've done. So this again should be whenever you construct any of these storylines, it needs to be sensitive. You need to be sensitive to the pulse of your audience. It should be giving them that confidence that you're the right person to solve their pains. Okay. The personal motivation is adopted when you really have a strong story to tell. If you have come against all odds and you have delivered, then you take this approach. It needs to be a very, very strong story with very visible impact. Okay. Otherwise, it'll fall flat. So personal motivation story is for people who really have a strong story to tell. Okay. If in case you are running a small enterprise which has actually helped transform a lot of businesses from being in the red to making them profitable, that's a killer story. But then you should have facts to substantiate that story. The factual summary is being more dry, okay, not a very exciting way, but some people choose to just talk more facts, okay. So if you take my profile, also my summary, the last part of it is more factual in the sense I give them in my achievements place, I give them some numbers on how much of pipeline increase I generally deliver and stuff like that. Informational summary is for businesses if it's more like a small startup and you're trying to combine your personal brand and your organizational brand. The factual summary works because there you can give both facts and figures about yourself as well as what your company actually delivers. Like for example, this one is an example where they're talking about decreasing marketing spends, increasing leads. So this is about talking about some direct impact. Okay. Accomplishment is again, this is similar to the personal motivation storyline. Again, you need to have some very, very strong story points to tell. But again, coming back, my suggestion for you to start off is with this format because it's easy for you to construct. And this is why I said you should finish the first modules, because if you remember in the beginning of the course, we had come up with those one line stories and answering certain set of questions. So if you have already answered those, this is easy to construct and simple, two lines for each, and then you have your summary ready, right? So I suggest that you go ahead with this. Okay, the first format which I gave. Now let's look at some other components in the profile. The work experience is very, very important. And again, here there are mistakes which people do. Okay, so before doing that, an updated work experience delivers 8 times more profile views. It gives 5 times more inbound connection requests without you having to chase people to connect with you. A good work experience, updated work experience, generate 5 times more inbound connection requests, and you also get 10 times more messages. Okay, and when I say messages, it's about meaningful messages. uh, the big common mistakes which people do while updating work experiences, again, they treat it like a resume with a lot of bullet points or huge summaries on what all you've done, what all activities you've done, and stuff like that. Okay. And the other mistake is, suppose someone has been for about 10 years in the same organization. The common mistake they do is they just project whatever is their latest job role, which means it looks as if for 10 years you've been doing the same thing. No, right? If you've worked for 10 years in an organization, you would have undergone several changes. Okay. And it necessarily does not just mean hierarchical growth. You could have tried different things. And for sure, what you are doing today will definitely not be the same way you were doing 10 years back. So you need to clearly bring that. LinkedIn provides that feature in your work experience where you can really say in the same organization, from this period to this period, I was in this role. Next, I moved on to this role. Next, I moved on to this role. And this is very critical to capture each one of it because that shows how you have held a variety of responsibilities and how you've learned a lot. Okay. And also, Work experience, the other mistake is people update it only when they're searching for a job. Other times it's kind of outdated, okay? Or they don't complete it. They just showcase their latest one. The others, they don't really care to update or showcase. This was very important that every of your work experience is invaluable, okay? And everything you need to keep up to date. So some rules are results, impact, and change you delivered needs to come out strongly. No one is interested to see all the activities which you do. Okay. Because if you take, there may be some, if you take 10 marketing managers, basically their activities could be the same. Suppose they are all marketing managers in a manufacturing company, different companies, more or less their activities or their the general job role would be the same. But then how are you showing the difference? So that needs to be brought out. Bring out your unique differentiation. What are those special things which you've done? Okay, within that role, you could have done something different. Bring that out. Add rich media, add photos, presentations, videos which substantiates your claim. Okay, and now I'm going to show you examples. Okay, I'll tell you what's the difference. So this is I'm showing you the difference of two executive chefs from two different hotels. On the left, you have this chef who's just listed down the activities which the chef does, okay? Saying managing a restaurant, controlling inventory weekly, overseeing food production, managing overall budget. Now, the point is, this is what the chef is expected to do. So, this doesn't tell a story. But now you look at this executive chef. I create memorable dining experiences that connect people to classical American mindset, culture, food. I own and operate. Then written about the awards which he or she has won. Okay, outstanding chef and best new restaurant, and then I've grown profits for more than 40%. So this is a story. So they are both chefs. If you look at their basic role, it's going to be the same which this person on the left has listed. Okay, but then this person is told what he or she has achieved more than that. Okay, now let me get on to my profile to show you that same example. So if you come to my work experience, I would show that I start by saying I hate digital experience and brand for an organization at the time of recording this video. Okay. So I say I drive change management in the marketing and digital experience function. I don't just like that run campaigns or I just don't do a lot of activities. I am driving change management and bringing a performance oriented culture into the setup. So that's what I'm doing over and above being a marketer. Okay. Then I'm saying I'm rolling out several initiatives and I'm listed that. Okay. And then I'm saying I'm monitoring and maximizing effectiveness. Okay. And bringing a measurement culture. Okay. And then I'm talking about piloting new programs which could be replicated. And then I'm mentoring and training people. And then I'm putting together some key wins in terms of how I've grown return on investment, how I've changed the funnel around, how I've reduced budgets, how I've generated revenues. So these are all I'm bringing together, which shows me in a different light compared to my peers. And here I've also started by saying that I've been awarded for my work by an external body, okay, which is very, very important. Okay. So this is very important in terms of work experience. So if you go scroll down, I would have written in this format for every of my work experience. Okay, what have I done? What is my achievement? Okay, likewise for everyone. And this is what you call as. So how do you do this? So you go to your profile, and then all you need to do is come to your experience and click on this. Okay, which will help you add a new experience. Okay, you need to type the title, what is the employment type, full-time, part-time, self-employed, etc., etc. Location is very important because it's an important search parameter. Okay, so it's important that you put which location you are in, which country you are in. Okay, and then you can actually add your, and then you just save it. Okay, you save this and then it would appear over there. And now if I already have, I just go click on this and I can start editing. Okay, I can start editing my description and what appears over here. And in terms of rich media, okay, so rich media is a section where you can add presentations, you can add videos, you can add a lot of things which will give people an idea of the work you've done. So for example, so all I need to do is upload, or if it's a link, I can just say link and put the link over here. Okay. And what happens is, it appears like this below. So I'm able to showcase some of the work I've done. So here again, as a growth hacker and a career coach and a trainer, I'm showing what some images of workshops I've conducted. I write about what I do. Okay. So this is very, very important. So in each of my job profiles, I would have done this. Okay. So now coming back to this, your work experience is very important, and you need to construct this in this format. You need to construct your work experience as well. So how you take care in constructing your summary, likewise in each of your work experience, you need to bring that kind of a format into it. In what was that over and above your regular call of duty, or how have you done in a different way, what has been the impact you created, all these things needs to be brought out. Okay. The next one is about skills, endorsements, and recommendations. My suggestion is have about, so when you have skills, endorsements, and recommendations, you have about 27 times more you appear on searches. Okay. Because it is a very, very, recommendation is not a parameter for search, but skills and endorsements are. Okay. It gets you 17 times more views and 10 times more messages. I'm giving you these statistics because each of the element has a purpose, and that's why we need to work on each one of them. And then some rules for updating your experience in the terms of experience and endorsements. Add only most relevant skills. Okay, add only the most relevant skills. Pin on top. So I'm going to show you how to do that. Okay, so when you come scroll down your profile, so you have here called endorsement and skills. So you can actually take a skill quiz for specifically for technical related uh, skills. So there will be a quiz and you need to take, and once you pass the quiz, it will automatically get added on. Otherwise, for other things, you can search for it. It would be available, like for example, negotiation, communication, and stuff like that. So all you need to do is, so for example, if I go here and I say that I want to add another skill set. Okay, add a new skill, and I'm going to add, I would say, sales and marketing. That's it, and add. It'll get added onto your profile. And now I want to pin on top just these three things because I feel these are the most important ones for me, and a lot of people have endorsed me for that. So all I need to do is top skills. So you come over here, you just click on it. Okay, and you can just reorder it. Okay, so if I reorder, this comes up on top, or if I go click on this, this will get pinned. I can just pin three top skills. Okay, and because it's already there, so I remove this. And if I want digital marketing as a skill, I click on this pin button, that gets pinned on top. I remove it. Okay, and I go back to my business strategy. Okay, and I save it. So when someone visits my profile, they will be able to see those on top. Okay, so these are the most endorsed ones in terms of entrepreneurship, business strategy. These are my most endorsed ones, marketing strategy, and so this comes on top, which means when people are browsing through my profile, it will be a very, very important credibility and trust factor. Okay, so the next one is about recommendations. So recommendations, there are two things. One, you receiving recommendations and you giving recommendations. I've done both. Okay. So when I'm giving recommendations, it adds credibility to me as well, that I've given recommendations to so many people. It shows me as a thought leader. Okay. And getting recommendations from really important people is very good. Okay. So if you look at this, there are a lot of people. Some of them have been my ex-bosses. Some of them have been colleagues. Some of them who have been people who have worked with me from other organizations. So these people, when they give, this is one important thing is this is not used by LinkedIn for search results, but more or less credibility and trust building. If you're able to get recommendations from senior people, from people who have been your managers, your bosses, or some important people in the industry, it's very, very good. So when people read through it, these are all kind of people who are vouching for my whatever claims which I've given in the top of my profile. Okay. So for recommendation, all you need to do is go down to your profile. So I'm in my profile, ask for recommendation. Whom do you want to ask? So I'll just type somebody's name for just for your example. So I say Rajesh Bhan, and then select your position. So You should select and tell LinkedIn that I was associated with this person when I was working in this particular organization. Okay, just for an example, I'm giving. So I've selected this. Select the relationship where you just colleagues, where was he your manager, where you his manager or her manager, and all these things you need to select. So just I'm just going to, for the sake of this, I'm just going to select some one of it. Okay, but in different groups, and then next. And if you just send, it just goes in this one liner saying, "Hi Rajesh, could you write me a recommendation?" And it doesn't look good. Okay. So generally what I do is I write a customized note over here saying, "Hi Rajesh, how have you been? Uh, nice to see your progress," and all these things. And then I generally give them a draft saying that, "See if you can work on this draft and give me a recommendation," because it saves them time, especially senior people, busy people. If you go and just send them a blind request, mostly they're going to ignore it. They don't have the time to think through and write. But if you're able to give them a draft, they will take it seriously. They may edit it and work on it and then give it to you. The chance of you getting your recommendation done is very, very high if you're able to give them a draft. So this is the next important element in your profile. Okay, so we have looked at the skills endorsement and recommendations part of it. Okay, so the rules, as I said, have most relevant skills, pin the few ones to the top, add a combination of, if you're a techie, combination of technical and management skills, and then build credibility with by getting recommendations from relevant important people. Okay, and this is the importance of it. Okay, why we say optimization. If you look at it, look at the way, just compared to 1 year versus another year. I've just taken a screenshot of my profile analytics. This, I've used a tool called Shield Analytics. It's an external tool which I use. So you can see the huge jump in terms of views my profile has had after I optimized it and before I optimized it. If you look at the difference, almost a 800% growth. And if you look at it, these are the keywords for which I've been getting found: career coach, head, digital marketing, brand manager, author, head of marketing. So these are the things for which I want to get found for, and I'm getting found for, which means I'm doing my optimization such that I get found for. And what do my searchers do? They're all founders, business strategists, executive directors, all senior people searching for. So just look at it: senior people searching for head of marketing or coach or marketing or digital marketing. My profile is coming up on search, which means I get seen as a thought leader, right? And the probability of them coming to my profile and then me generating it into an opportunity is higher. This is why it is very, very important to optimize your profile. Okay, so now we come to the end of this module, and as always, we have the activity now. Okay, so the first thing I want you to do is construct your summary based on that structure I had given, then update your work experience again on that structure, based on that structure. Featured section. So this is exactly the featured section in your profile. So here what you do is, here you can actually put call to action, or you can put up presentations, you can put white papers, or you can put some of your videos, you can put a variety of things. Basically, it's a very important element, because once people look at the top of your profile, then they read your summary. This is an important asset which builds the trust and credibility. Okay, so there are multiple things which you can add. Okay, just click on this. So suppose I want to add a post. I just click on this. So there are a lot of posts which I've made on LinkedIn. We will be looking at how do you do this in the subsequent modules. So this is a post which I had made a couple of days back, and I say that I want to have this as featured. So I just click on this. It's now been added to my featured section. So what happens is, see, it now comes over here, and I can just remove it. I can also reorder. There are a lot of featured stuff over here. All I need to do is click on this, and then I can reorder, push it up, pull it down, and stuff like that. Okay, so this is one thing which you can add on your featured. So I generally take posts which I feel is of good content and will be useful to a lot of people, or posts which have had a lot of traction. I tend to feature them. Okay, the other one is about links. Okay, I can add links to it. Suppose I have a YouTube channel, or again I have a very good website, I can put the URL over here, and that gets picked up over here. Okay, and the next one is I can put up media, and this is what I said is the presentations or photos and stuff like that. So basically, this is a very, very important element which you need to really work on. So now coming back to this, our activity chart. So get your summary done, your work experience, your featured section, skills and recommendations, and rich media, both in your work experience as well as the featured. Okay. So get these things done. And as I told you, the LinkedIn profile optimization is a very, very interesting topic. And as soon as you actually set these parameters or set these modules in place, you will start seeing tremendous results. Okay. And once you get into the content creation module and start practicing that, there's no stopping. Okay. So get this done and take care. See you on the other side.